What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Guys, I draw your attention to the situation going on with DJ Akademiks and his recent criticism of Jay-Z. Now, I want to give a round of applause to Brother Keith for alerting me to this topic, because I believe this is something that we should discuss, okay? And let me get straight to it. Jay-Z is a talented businessman. He's, I want to say, astute, if you will, shrewd, and he is very political, I would say, in his business practices. He's kind of the guy that will do anything to get the vote, and then once you vote for him, if he was a politician like Barack Obama or Bill Clinton, he would do something totally different. He's a Joe Biden kind of guy. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about this whole situation with Tidal, okay? Now, Tidal was a streaming app, or is a streaming app, that was made to challenge, Spotify, iTunes, and things like that. And, he was at first telling people, stop listening to iTunes, don't do that, because, Tidal is going to be for the culture. This is for black creators as far as by us. We should support black business. And so he used his connections to do that, right? So a lot of people that respected him, this isn't the first time that Jay-Z has said stuff like this. He criticized the NFL for Colin Kaepernick, and and then he ended up making a deal with the NFL. Like, Jay-Z is very wishy-washy, but the black community started to buy into it. A lot of hip-hop artists started to buy into it, okay? Then what happened is that he sold Tidal, okay? Him and Jack Dorsey, I believe, is he with Twitter or something like that? But anyways, he's gonna make $300 million, okay? Off of Tidal, all right? $300 million richer. But DJ Akademiks, who is very, he speaks his mind, right? He makes some strong points that, Jay-Z's a liar. Because you want to bait and switch black folks into believing into something just to turn it around and sell it to white folks, okay? I totally agree, but I want you to listen to what he says, and we'll come back and listen to it.
I respect Jay-Z's business mind. I think he's a great businessman. I do look at people just blindly sucking him off and basically saying, yo, just look at this, man. Jay-Z bought a company. He said it was for black creators. He said people shouldn't support Apple and Spotify because they're white-owned. And he wanted to have something for the culture, for the artists, by the artists. And he wanted to keep it black-owned, and he wanted to do it that way. He did many B-side concerts and shit like that, talking about black excellence, black power. You should support him because he was running a black business, even though we found out later when they went to Sweden at the Tidal headquarters, pretty much not one of the employees or the higher executive people at Tidal were black. It was pretty much only Jay-Z, right? However, it was still preached and put forth to us as this is black excellence. You guys support it if you support black people. Well, Jay-Z sold a third of the shares to Sprint about a year or two ago for $200 million, and he just sold the rest of the shares, including all the artist shares, to Square, which is owned by Jack Dorsey, the same person who owns Twitter. And essentially, if you don't know, the streaming app Tidal now is Jack Dorsey's. So the black-owned product is now owned by Jack Dorsey, the white man, right? Again, Jay-Z is a classic bait and switch person. And I think that's the only thing I don't like about the way he goes about things. I think he does his business how he should do it. But he is one of the people who will say, hey, why you not going to fuck with me? I'm black. Yo, I'm doing it for black people. But he's not doing it for black people. He's doing it for his own selfish means. It's nothing wrong with what Jay's doing. But it is something wrong when you're constantly guilting people to make it seem like you're going for something. Then your self-effort and you're just selflessly doing things. When in reality, you're just trying to get it to a point where you can sell and make a lot of money. You get me? Again, kudos to Jay on this one because, you know, there's a couple of artists that were involved in the deal. They got a couple million as well. But by large and in part, when you think about how Jay-Z puts forward or promotes any of the efforts he has, whether it was his Armandale or whatever it was called, like his champagne, he said, hey, black people are not welcome to the Cristal party. They don't like black people. So you know why? I'm gonna get my own champagne, and I'm black owned, and y'all gonna, it's obviously gonna love y'all because I'm black. Well, he just sold that, or he sold half of the shares to, was it LVMH or whatever it is, the same people who own most of the luxury brands in Europe, pretty much, again, a bunch of white motherfuckers, right? Again, nothing wrong with it, but when you're guilting people into supporting you because you're trying to stand up for some racial equity type of shit, and you're trying to balance out racial inequalities, and you're trying to give people a reason to fuck with you, it's just very ironic that at any single time there's a dollar opportunity for you to come up or get out of a bad business deal, you sell to the white man. You don't wait around to sell to another black man. You always sell to the white man. Again, it just shows, listen, Jay, again, great businessman for his own pockets, but stop believing in celebrities when they're acting like they're all in it for you. They're all in it for themselves, and that's why you should be in it for yourself as well. Congrats.
Now, you heard what he had to say. Guys, I also want to talk about why a lot of black consumers don't trust black entrepreneurs, okay? It's because of people like Jay-Z. People who really don't care about the culture and say that they do. They want to have black wealth, but then lie to the people acting as if it's a platform for blacks, selling out the culture to whites. Now, I want to say this because this happened in Manosphere community before. I don't want to really get into it, but I've had another, at one point, there was a discussion, should the Black Manosphere go into something like a convention that the white guys are running, all right? And should we partner with them? To me, the answer was no, okay? I don't care how much they understand this part of the business, how much they know it. The white guys can never have no market share over here. I fell out with people behind that. I don't care if it's not as advanced as what they have. The answer for me was no. The answer for Obsidian was no. We will not take our guys over to a white platform and work with you for our people. No. I got into it with a guy behind this. Because the reason is our people need to have our own platforms. Because at the end of the day, we're going to look out for our people better than the white man will. So the answer is no. And if you see the Black Manosphere in 2021, we're gaining market. Guys are getting richer. Look at Kevin Samuels, 500,000 subscribers. 500,000 subscribers. Could have never happened in the white Manosphere. No disrespect to them. But it came from our group, our people. Monetized him first. Look where he's at today. Bigger than anybody over there right now. Because why? That's the power of keeping something black. And black men have to understand that you need to keep things for you, because the white man don't need your money. But once you sell your culture to him, you don't have nothing. You'll have 300 million real quick, but you can't pass it up to nobody else. We got to stop giving them the market, especially when we didn't work to get it. Keep it. And then we want to use our people to believe in our stuff, to get them to believe in it, to get them to uplift it. And then black folks, at the end of the day, you know what? We a lot of business owners, we hurt our own people with our selfishness, okay? And there were times I could have migrated part of this manosphere, the Black Manosphere, over to the white sector. I could have collaborated more with white guys. I refuse to do that. The answer for me was no. No. We're going to keep this space for brothers because it's our market. I'm not going to give you our market. It's ours. If you cared about black men so much, then when y'all was on, why you didn't bring them into the space? The answer is no. It wasn't until I can tell you right now, when there's a convention that's very popular. Alan Roger Curry, Donovan been over there, all of those guys been over there, right? Wasn't until we start getting hot over here, they started inviting those guys over there. Stevie Dean. Because the power of the black dollar is great. We got to stop selling our stuff to the white man, even with the real estate. Some of the folks, family passed down real estate. Don't want to pay taxes on the house, it go to the white man. What about your kids? We got to let our community grow with stuff. Now, unless this app, really was getting ready to go down in the future or something like that, which I don't think it was. Stop using black people to get them to buy into something just so you can sell it to, and you're in the bed with the white man. And I'm telling y'all better watch these liberals. A lot of them trying to be in bed with black people and white folk at the same time. And that's exactly what Akademiks are saying. A lot of brothers is in bed with the white man and playing black folk at the same time. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. And for me, I will stay in the black sector. I don't care how long it takes me to get to where I'm going. I will not sell it out. The answer is no. And I would say we're doing damn well all right. It might take us longer to get there, but we're going to get there. It's going to be our stuff. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment pinned to the top, check out the Black Manosphere t-shirts, guys. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.